as soon as we learned that we were going to be working on the game, I asked myself, what is it that we haven't seen yet in the video game world, in the Spider-Man universe? At first, we were just looking at it as possibilities for, like an exclusive game in the future, an exclusive game in the noir genre. But then as we brainstormed, the idea sort of came together to actually be able to play them all. And so, that proved to be quite a challenge at first, because people are like, what, 4 games in one? Are you guys crazy? And we're like, no. Then we started looking at it, and it made a lot of sense. So we were able to establish that we could have 4 worlds, 4 different Spider-Man in one game, with each their unique art direction. Once we had established that we wanted to have a concept with 4 worlds, we brought Dan Slott into the mix. Dan Slott is the actual writer of the Amazing Comic Book series. So he came up with the mystical artifact known as the Tablet of Order and Chaos. And so when that tablet gets shattered in the beginning of the game, the fragments are sent through multiple dimensions, and it's up to each Spider-Man to retrieve them. Now, unfortunately for Spider-Man, it ends up in the wrong hands. Each villain actually gets a piece of the tablet and gains additional superpowers that no one has seen before, and basically it's up to them to retrieve all fragments of the tablet. So the brand new universe that we revealed is 2099. And I was really excited to be revealing that universe. What's great about 2099 is the city itself, and the city has its personality. I mean, we're talking about high verticality. We're talking about a city bustling with life. It's sensory overload, basically. It's cars driving all over the place, like giant animated billboards, commercials playing all over the place. The influence really was sort of a blend of Blade Runner, The Fifth Element, and a little bit of our own design. And so the other thing that's unique to 2099 is the fact that Spider-Man has web foils that allows him to actually, dive at high speed, base jump, basically, in some of the areas of the level, which provides great, action moments that are totally exclusive to 2099. Also, this character has talents, and so we his fighting style is more towards fighting up close and personal, basically leaping on your enemies with claws, and but also he's got something unique that none of the other Spider-Mans have. It's what we call the accelerated vision. That's a big term for allowing the character to slow down things around him while keeping your speed. You gain advantage over the battle when you fight enemies that move at high speed, or if a missile is sent at you, then you can slow down time and then move around and get an advantage over the combat.
We all face our fair share of evil.
So basically, the story is divided in 3 acts. So we have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And in each one, you have to go through one level of each dimension. So, and it's up to the player. Basically, the player decides which one he wants to pick. So you can go in 2099, you can go Noir, Amazing, Unknown Universe, not revealed yet. And once all of them are completed, then we move on with the story with Act 2. And so the player has a liberty there and can just pick up the levels he feels he wants to complete. The levels have been designed so you have enough freedom of movement within the levels to feel like you're Spider-Man. So you can web swing anywhere you want. You can crawl on any surface you want. That we've maintained. So in this case, for 2099, you can still web swing in the city. The city will have its limits. But not to the point where you would feel cheated or frustrated when you're playing the game. After all, you're after the villain. So, the idea is you have to catch up to him. And the level design is designed in such way that, you wouldn't start, web swinging, in the wrong direction. So we still have that all intact in our game. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions coming in September on PS3, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, and DS.